Is my screen visible to all?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be seeing how to use this real-time intelligence in Microsoft Fabric. So for this hands-on, I'll be using stock data set, which is built in this Microsoft Fabric itself. Okay. So in order to start with the hands-on, as usual, we'll create a new workspace. So I'll give the name of the workspace as real time, and I'll just create it. So as usual, first thing is when we get into the workspace, we need to create event stream as something like the process of ingestion of data into this into the event house. So first thing is we have to create the event stream. So in order to push the data into the real time. So on the left side, you will look for this real time. Click on this real time hub. So real time hub is nothing but a central place where you can see all the data sources, streams, and event houses, and also the dashboards that has been created over your workspace. So once I create some of the items inside this, I'll be able to see it over here. So now first thing is we'll need a data source. So there are so many things over here. So you can connect for data sources. You can either bring the data source from outside, or you can also connect to the data sources like event hubs or IoT hubs or one lake events or anything that is available inside the fabric itself. If you want to bring the data that is outside, you can just check with the Azure sources. If you have any Azure data that is present in the Azure, you can bring it by connecting the data source from here. Just if you click on it, you will be able to get it. Then there are events. So if we subscribe to any of these events, the data will be streamed as an event over here. And there are also Azure events. So like suppose you can think this events as like a IoT device that is generating a data at a frequency of an hourly basis. Then all the data is sitting in the blob events. Then you want this data to be streamed to the event house over Fabric. Then you can subscribe to this Azure events. So this is about the real-time hub. So let me go to the sources and create a data source for today. So in the when once you click on this data sources, you will find a n number of sources over here. As of now, I'll be going with the stock market data. So we'll be ingesting the data through a event stream. So I'll just click on this connect. So this is a new source and we are going to create a stream for this source. So I'll give the stream name as stock data. So this will be the event stream name, and I'll give the source name as stock. Then the next step will be click on this next button. So once you click on this next button, you'll get the summary of whatever you're going to connect. So I'll be connecting the stock market data through an event stream. So here in the workspace, you will have to select your current workspace, that is the real time. I have selected it, and I have given the stock data as the event name. And you can also see it has been the stream name has been taken as stock data stream. So after that, click on next. So you can verify all the details over here and then click on connect. So this will create a event stream for the stock market data. Yeah. So it has been successfully created. As you can see the green tick over here, and it is mentioned as successful. The event stream is successfully created and the event stream source is also successfully established. So now let us open this event stream by clicking on this open event stream. So this is the event stream. So we have taken the stock data and we have created a data stream. That is what this canvas tells. So this is a event stream interface basically, and we have a settings option over here where we can edit the things and enrose the data. And you can also refresh it, and you can deactivate all the particular event streams, and also you can edit the canvas over here. So as of now, we'll just go with the basic level. Let's not worry about this switching to the edit mode or transformations or anything as of now. See that in the respective hands-ons. Like we have a separate hands-on for event streams, event house, then dashboards. So we'll see each and everything in detail later on. As of today, we'll see the just the basic things, how data event stream data can be published on a dashboard. So now you will get the preview of the data that you are ingesting in the event stream. So this is the data preview. And as of now, it is in the JSON format.
Here it's mentioned today's data, so it's today's data,
Yeah,
right?
it is
Yeah.
today's data.
I mean, how old the data?
How old the
Like,
data? It is like I have taken the stock data that
yeah,
is already available in the backend. In the sense, the Fabric has already a set of data like a taxi data, right?
it is
It
only
already.
one day old the data will be there or what? I'm asking.
Yes. See, whenever I tell the time series data, so
Mhm.
whenever the data has been created for streaming or storing, we set up a time limit for it. Like
Okay, okay. Got
this
it.
much of data to be stored for 3 days. For example,
Okay.
you can CC camera footages. So maximum wherever you go, you will be able to see the footages only up to 3 months. So after beyond 90 days, most of the places they don't store the CCTV footages.
Okay.
So like that, you can apply a limit. Like for so many days, I want this data to be stored. So this is the preview of it. So let us just so there is a time symbol. Symbol is nothing but the symbol of that stock, and if it belongs to which sector? Is it a common stock or a different? What is the security type? Is it a common stock or different type of thing? And what is the bit price, bit size, and what is the ask price and ask size, and the last scale price and last scale size, and we have the volume of the trade of each stock, then we have the market percentage, then there is a sequence and the last updated scale time and last updated time. So these are the columns we do have. There are also data insights section over here where you will be able to see the incoming and outgoing messages. So this is some kind of data insights where you can get. As of now, this is just a demo. So just now I have started this stream. So I could there are around as of now, there are around 1,819 incoming messages and 1,1780 outgoing messages. So you can filter it based on the last hour, 6 hours, 30 days, and all. So as of now, we have only just started it. So I could only take for last hour. That is the best option which suits now. So coming back over here, so we are ready with the data from the source. We are able to get it to the stream. So the next thing is we will see how to store this data. Let us not worry much about the transformation as of now. We'll get back to the transformation once we go independently on each of these components of real time. So now in order to store this data, we will need something called as event house. So whenever we talk about the data warehouse, like whenever we talk about the data in a batch process, we will store the data in the data warehouses. So whenever we speak about the data that is incoming, that is coming in terms of streams or time series data, these kind of data is mostly stored in the event house. So let us see how do we create this event house. So first thing is let us go to our workspace now. I'll click on my real-time workspace and I'll click on the new item. So over here, I'll just search for the event house. So that will be under the real time. Yeah, here we do have the event house. Just click on this. So now let us give a name to this event house. So the name would be, just give it as trading data, and I'll click on create. So this will be the name given to the event house, and that will be the, it is something like a database name over here. So whenever I tell event house, the data is stored in KQL databases. Like whenever I say data warehouse, the data will be stored in some kind of SSMS or something like that, right? Whenever we tell databases. So here it is KQL database instead of SQL databases. So this is the interface of the event house. So we can also see the live view of the data, and this is the triggering, like if we have the incoming data on the stream, we can also set up the once the data is very frequent, then you can set up all these things. Then you can add some plugins if you want to use this data in some other workloads like Tableau or anything, then you can make use of this plugins. So this is the refresh button, and these are the databases. So if you want to create a database, again another database under this, you can just click on this and create a database. So you can see the region where this data event house has been created, and this is the query URI. URI is nothing but something like a URL itself, and this is the place where the ingestion is taking place. And if the ingestion should go on a continuous basis, then we can keep it on. But as of now, we are in a demo phase, so I'm not keeping this as on. And is there any Python plugin that is going to run with this? So no, we are not running any Python plugin, so it is not installed. So now there is only one database, that is the trading data. Now you can create tables in this for this real-time data in this database. Now let me get the data to this database. So click on this database, that is trading data. So this will give detailed view of the database. So it is similar to that of the databases like in the lakehouse and data warehouses. So you'll have the same kind of functions and the functionalities, but one extra thing is that you will have the data streams over here. So all the views, shortcuts, tables are all same. So now let me get the data to this trading data KQL database. So for that, I'll click on this get data, and you can get the data from all these things. If it is a local file, or if it is in one lake, if it is an event stream in Azure Store or event hubs, or any external locations like Amazon S3 buckets and pipelines. If the data is flowing through a pipeline, then you can connect the pipeline, and if it is flowing through a data flow, then we can use the data flows and connect it. And if it is already inside a real-time hub with some other item, yes, we can also again connect with it. So inside this event stream, I'll be using, so my data is in the event stream as of now. So I'll click on this. So you'll get two options over here. Either click on the existing event stream or the new event stream. So as of now, we already have created the event stream. So I'll be going with the existing event stream. So we need to configure this database in order to get the data from the event streams. So here we will be giving a table name to store the stock data. As of now, I'll create a new table. We don't have any existing tables in this database, so I'll be creating a new table, and I'll be giving the table name as stock. Now I'll have to configure the data source, I mean the event stream, to this database. So I'll be selecting my workspace, that is real time, and I'll be selecting the stream, that is stock data. So this should automatically load. Yeah. So there is a stock data stream, that is the name of the stream, and the connection name is stock data trading stock. So this is the table name, and this is the database name, and this is the stream name. So this is how the connection name is formed. Now once this details has been filled, then we can click on next. This is where you inspect the data. This is a place where you inspect the data. So it will just make a place for the data in this database, and it will ingest the data. So there is a data sample, and so there are 50 events as of now, and I'll just click on finish so that this gets ingested. So it has created a table stock, and it has created a mapping called stock mapping, and it is going to map the data from this event stream to this trading data database. So now the data is bought from the event stream to the trading database. So you can see a green tick over here. Now we can close this. Okay. So the ingestion is done, and you can see that the stock table has been created. Now let us see what are the options over here. So first thing is the get data. Get data has we also have the get data option over here too. And if you want to create a new database or a views inside the database, this can be done. You can also update a table policy, like giving a policy for a table that only if it contains these much of columns or these many rows of data, then it can update. You can create a policy or a rule to it. Query with code is nothing but the can also, like, it is a place. Once you click on this, you will get a place or a canvas or an IDE to query the data that is already present in this trading data KQL database. So KQL query set is nothing but you will query the data that is there in this querying database using KQL language. And notebook, as usual, will use a PySpark to query the data. We can use, as you know, that PySpark is a processing tool. You can also use that process and transform the streaming data too. And this is to create a real-time dashboard based on the data that is present inside this database. And these are the data policies, and these are one lake. So as of now, the one lake is off because we have the data mounted already behind the fabric. So now we have the data in our KQL database. So let us come back to our real-time hub over here. And now you can see the entry of data into the database. There are around 5,400 rows, as you can see in this insights. So now let us like see how the data is stored. So before that, let us go back to our stream and see whether and refresh it. We must see that there is a event house connected to the stream. So this was the source, and this is the stream, and this is the event house. So we have bought the data from one of the source and streamed it to the event house. So you'll be able to see what all activities you'll be able to do. Once you do all the activities, you'll be able to see this in the form of map. So here, basically, we have created a very simple event stream that captures the real-time data and loads it into the table that is in the KQL database. So what happens in the real time is there would be some kind of transformations between the stream and the event house, like how we used to have the transformations between the source and the data warehouse in the warehouse part. Here you will be having transformations between the stream and the event house. So that we will be seeing sometime later in our hands-on. So now we will try to query the data that has been ingested into this event house. So in order to query the data, first thing is you can just go back to your workspace, and you can click on this trading data and click on this trading data database, KQL database. Now I want to query this data, so I'll be using the KQL query set. Click on this KQL query set. Just give a query set name as. So this is the interface, like IDE to query the data. In this query pane, let us fetch the data and see like how we used to select star from the table name in the database. So now we will query and take the top 100 rows. So as you see the syntax over here, your table name goes here and take 100 is nothing but it gets the 100 rows from the trading data. So I'll just give the table name. So and run this set of code. So as we can see that we are able to see all the columns that we saw it in the preview while we have ingested the data into the stream through the stream. So the query to view a sample number of records is using this symbol and take 100. So this is the syntax basically. So next, similarly, let us write another query where we will see like to retrieve the average price per each stock by the symbol in last 5 minutes. So average price of each stock. So there are and I'll summarize average. I'll convert that to a decimal value. So from the table name stock, I will apply a where condition where time is within a last 5 minutes. What is the average price of the stock? And I'll convert into a decimal and order by a symbol and project the symbol and the average price. Basically, select the symbol and the average price. I only need these two columns. So select the query and run it. So these are the three stocks which has an good average price from last 5 minutes. So like if I leave it for a few seconds and then again run this query, I'll be able to see the changes over here. As you can see, there is a change in the price of each of this stocks. So like this, you can visualize I mean, you can query and see the average price of each stock. So in order to understand this better, let us see this data on a dashboard. Like we'll create a visual insights for this data. So in this IDE, we do have some of the tools in this menu. So we have a run option and this is a preview and this is a recall. This is used to copy this query and this is the save to dashboard, which will be using it now to save this into a dashboard. And we do have different KQL tools, like if you want to duplicate the query and if you want to use the command palette. We'll come to this sometime later when we are going into the in depth about the KQL querying. And if you want to export the data in terms of CSV, you can use this over here, use this option. If you want to connect the same data and create a Power BI report, yes, we do have an option over here. And if you want to set an alert for set of stocks, whenever it crosses 100 rupees or $100, then you can set an alert. This will give you an alert every time it crosses the value of 100. So now let us create a real-time dashboard on this same query. So in order to create a real-time dashboard, I mean, whatever you want to visualize, have the query ready, select it and click on save to dashboard. So here there are two things. One is either you can save it to an existing dashboard. So as of now, I don't have any existing dashboard. I'll put it in a new dashboard and give a name to the dashboard as stock dashboard and I'll give the tile name as average price. So it will create a chart based on the average price of the stock. So this will be converted into a chart. So once you click on this create, this will take us to a new tab where we'll be able to visualize the data. and create the dashboard. So the tile is nothing but the chart, the space where this chart will be created, and so that will be the average price. So the tile name will be the average price. Now, in this dashboard, right, we, as of now, it is in the view mode. So yeah, I need to convert this data into the visualizing charts. So first thing is we need to bring it to the editing mode. So once we bring this dashboards to the editing mode, then all the options will be enabled to use. So here you can save this dashboard once you have created. Then if you want to bring any other new source to the same dashboard, you can get it from here. And if you want to use any parameters, you can use this parametric option. And if you want to set an alert, you can use this. So we'll be using this as soon as we create chart to this data. A new tile, if you want to add any more tiles with some other data, we can just add a tile something like this on the same place. And we can also like change the queries or create the queries using this base query. And if you want to just star this dashboard as a favorite, you can just star it. So now I want to put this report into the visual insight. So use this edit option and click on this columns. So once you click on that edit option, you will be getting the visual formatting details. So the tile name will be average price, and you can also add the description for the same tile. And the visual type is over here is table. So I'll convert it into the column chart. So I'll be able to see this in the column wise data. So the average price is in the x-axis, and the symbol will be in the y-axis. So that is how in the y-axis will be it will be showing the average price, and in the x-axis we'll be seeing the stock symbols. And we can also create different charts, and we can just give the labels to it. So as of now, I'm just going with this one particular query and this one particular chart. So once the visual formatting is done, I can just click on this apply changes. So the changes will be applied on the current query set and the stock dashboard. So once these changes are applied, we can have a look at this chart. So every time we refresh, the 5 minutes ago price starts popping up here according to our query. So every time I click on this refresh tile, there will be a change in the stock price. So this is the live visualization of the real-time stock data. We can also set this refresh time by using this alert. Now, let us create an alert. Real-time intelligence in Fabric, no, it has something called as a kind of technology or an option called as activator, which can trigger the actions based on the real-time events. So now I'll click on select alert, and I'll select the tile, that is the average price, and I'll click on select. So I want the query to run every 5 minutes and check on each event that is grouped by the symbol, and when the average price is increased by, so this condition you can just type it over here or select it from this drop box. So I'll just search for the increased by, and I'll give a value of 100. So what should be the action? Send me an email. So whatever the email you would have signed in over here, you'll get a message. And most of the organizations are connected over the team, so they sometimes prefer to get the message over Teams. And as of now, I'll keep it as an email. And I want to save all these things in a location that is under my workspace. And I'll select an item and create a new alert item as so once I give a name to this, I can just click on create. So alert will be created now. So as of now, my mail is in not in active state. I mean, I don't use this mail ID. So if the price has increased by 100 or 1000, then I'll get the notification over the mail. So like let us come back to our workspace. I'll close this. So and save this changes to our stock dashboard. Okay, once it is saved, we will go to our workspace, that is real-time workspace. Okay, saving was successful. Let me come back to the workspace. Click on this. Okay, so here now we had created the stream, then we have created the event house. From the event house, we have queried the data, and we have brought that query to the dashboard. Now, let us open this activator, whatever we have created, the stock activator. And in this page, we will be able to see the event type analysis and the data that is running, and what was its ingestion time, what was its average price, everything over here. So you will get the history of the whole data that is running in the database, that is trading database, and it will be in the form of events. It was invested at this point of time, and this was invested at this point of time, and it was invested. This is the average price. So this will keep changing as and when the data points are getting updated. So this is the alert we have set. If it has crossed this mark of, I mean, 999, then we will get a notification to our email. So I guess now the HOJ has crossed. So data is very small over here. So we are not able to see the changes. So when we have a very continuous streaming data, you'll be able to see the events by type and the details over here. So that was about the real-time analytics of time series data in Fabric. So in order to summarize in short, so first thing, we created a workspace, then we created a event stream. So in the event stream, we just connected to the inbuilt data that was already present in the Fabric to the stock data. And then once data was loaded into the stream, then we created an event house. So event house is basically a KQL database where we created a table called stock inside that database. And then we bought the data from the event stream to the KQL database, that is trading data. And once the data was ingested, we started writing some sample queries in KQL. So we also took a stock with a range of 5 minutes, like the last 5 minutes, to get the average price, bid price by the symbol and the average price. And we have also created a dashboard for the same. So, and after creating a dashboard, we also set alert system using an activator. We created an activator called a stock activator, and we just set it above if the stock crosses beyond the 1K, then we have to get an alert to our emails. So that is what we have done for this real-time analytics. So do you guys have any questions over here? So you guys have to practice this so that you will get an overall view of the real-time analytics.
That's all for now. Like and subscribe and turn on notifications for future videos. Thank you.